Joining us right now via Zoom is the man John Hickenlooper will be facing in November, Republican Senator Cory Gardner. Good morning, Senator. Good to see you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
You just heard John Hickenlooper's list, what sounds like a list of what he'll bring up in this race. Give me your version of events last night and how the race sets up.
Well, look, I think we've known all along that after spending $4 or $5 million that Chuck Schumer would get his way and drag John Hickenlooper across the finish line. That's exactly what you saw last night. But I'm excited to share the work that I've done for the people of Colorado over the last 6 years, becoming the third most bipartisan member of the Senate, to bringing home to Colorado a Space Command in Colorado Springs, the Bureau of Land Management in Grand Junction, passing the most significant conservation bill in over 50 years out of the U.S. Senate. So I'm excited to talk about our record of success and accomplishment and problem solving for the people of Colorado.
I was interested in the results last night. It was a landslide over Andrew Romanoff. It seems that voters said, shrugged their shoulders in a way over the ethics violations that Governor Hickenlooper faced. Is that a problem for you in trying to build a case, a negativity case, and that's a reality of politics here?
Well, look, I don't think anybody can take pride in the fact they were the first Coloradan to ever be held in contempt for violating our state constitution by the state's ethics commission. He has a lot to answer for. He could start today by disclosing the 91 other charges that were brought up before the ethics commission, but were not heard because of the statute of limitations. So be honest, be transparent, and tell the truth.
The big issues in Colorado are likely to be voter angst in this state over Donald Trump, and they have fairly successfully tied you to the President of the United States, who does have a negative here in Colorado, having lost in 2016. Also, the issues of our own growth, the pandemic, things of this nature. It isn't quite the campaign you expected in that sense, is it?
Well, look, people in Colorado deserve leadership. That's what we've provided for 6 years and will continue to. It's why I fought hard to make sure that we had COVID-19 tests, hundreds of thousands from South Korea, working with Governor Polis to accomplish that. It's why I continue to work with people on both sides of the aisle to deliver real accomplishments, meaningful accomplishments for our approach to testing and tracing and treating in this pandemic. And it's why I'm going to continue to work to get this state economically back on track, in this country to be creating jobs again. My opponents throughout the primary talked about how much they wanted to increase taxes, increase regulations, how they wanted to fire 250,000 people in oil and gas that are working in direct or indirect jobs and positions. That's not a recipe to get our country and our state back on its feet. So I look forward to an optimistic vision and message that we'll continue to deliver on.
All right, I got to wrap it there. Senator Gardner, thanks very much for your time this morning. We appreciate
Thanks for having me.
Good to see you.
And it is worth